Today I'm going to show you my brand new favorite mining ship, my dual purpose mining Python. Today's video is brought to you by GameGlass. GameGlass allows you to take control of your ship from a tablet or a phone. But not only that, it can also give you on-screen information about systems, targets and the market around you. So gone are the days where you have no room for all your key bindings or you have to alt-tab out of the game just to look up market data. Follow the link in the video description and try GameGlass for free. If you like it and want more shouts of features, you can either buy them individually or subscribe to GlassPass. Use offer code DTA and get 5% on any purchase. Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Dangerous with Down-to-Earth Astronomy. So, I've been building a mining Python and that's what we're going to look at today. As I said in the intro, it is a dual purpose ship, meaning that this build can, without any refitting, be used for both laser mining and core mining. It's built on a Python, that means you get access to medium-sized landing pads, so you don't have to exclude any stations when you're looking for the best cell locations. Adding to that, it is pretty quick, boosting at over 500 meters a second and being very maneuverable for a mining ship. But let's dive into the build and let's start with the hard points. Now, in the 3 large slots, I have mining lasers, not mining lances. This ship is fast and maneuverable enough that we don't really have to worry about range as much as we do on a ship like the Cutter, where the mining lasers would often be situated all the way at the back because the ship is much smaller and much more maneuverable. We don't really need it, so I would rather have the extra speed we get from using normal mining lasers compared to the mining lances. We have an abrasion blaster and a seismic charge launcher, of course, to give us core hunting capabilities. Moving over to utilities, we of course have a pulse wave analyzer, 0A, for that 24-kilometer range. Remember, we don't need this when it comes to laser mining. This is really only needed if you're going to go out core hunting, but as we're building this as a multi-purpose ship, we're going to have it in here. The 3 remaining slots, you can do what you want. I've just fitted shield boosters, and these are all engineered with resistance augmented force block. You don't have to put that on it. You can put whatever engineering modification on this as you like. It's just a matter of personal preference. I've gone for a resistant heavy build just because, but again, you don't have to. You can put heat sinks in, whatever you feel like, it doesn't matter. When it comes to the core, I haven't done anything with the armor. I could have engineered this for lightweight heavy duty. Since it has 0 mass, we don't really get any drawbacks, but we're in a mining ship. If our shield drops, something has already gone so badly wrong that that probably shouldn't happen, and a small upgrade to the armor is very rarely going to save you in a situation like that. So I haven't done anything here, but if you really want to maximize it, you could go and put a heavy-duty deep plating on the lightweight armor. Don't swap this out for anything else. Keep the lightweight. You want to get that jump range up so we can get to the cell location faster. For the power plant, I dropped down to a 6A. We don't need the 7A, so I just decided to save a little bit of weight just by dropping the power plant down. Modification-wise, it is overcharged 5 and a thermal spread. When it comes to the thrusters, it's pretty standard 6A thrusters with dirty drive and drag drives. Frameshift drive, again 5A with an increased mass and mass manager. Pretty standard there. D-rated life support with light rate. Again, we're not planning on going on oxygen here, so we'll just get this as light as we can. I'm going to come back to the power distributor in a second here. I just want to quickly do the sensors here. We have D-rated sensors. We don't need really sensor range for mining, so again, just go for D-rated. And again, these are also light-weighted for better jump range. When it comes to the power distributor, I have gone for a weapon-focused superconduit. I think you can make do with a charge-enhanced superconduit. That's just fine. So if you have a 1 lying around, that's probably fine. With the weapon-focused, you can, with 4 pips to weapons, you can keep your mining lasers running indefinitely. And we still have the possibility of putting pips to engines and then get a 6-second boost interval. So we can boost every 6 seconds, which pretty much means the ship can perma-boost if you wanted to, even with weapon focused on the power distributor. Quickly moving on to the optional internals, the 3 class 6 slots are cargo. This gives us a total of 192 tons of cargo. I tested this out on my live stream, and I can fill this ship up with low temperature diamonds when I'm laser mining in Buran. It took me 1 hour and 10 minutes from undocking until I have docked and sold again. So including travel times, sell times, everything, 1 hour and 10 minutes was what it took me to fill this ship up and sell it. At the time, the prices was amazing. I got 1.7 million per low temp, which yielded me a average of, 265 mil per hour. But again, those were extraordinary prices. In a more normal scenario where you can expect to get 1.1 million per ton of low temperature diamonds, you can probably expect to make around 180 to 200 million per hour, depending on how efficient and how lucky you are with your rocks. So that's why I like to get the cargo up nice and high, so we can get some decent amount of cargo. We don't have to spend as much time traveling. When it comes to collectors, I've gone with two 5A collector limpets, and these are modified with lightweight. Not needed, but if you want to squeeze a little bit extra jump range out of it, then you can save a bit of weight there. This is more than enough. You have to remember when you're laser mining in this, you have to get up and close to the rock, really, really close, and make sure your fragments are shot in under. I have plenty of mining guides on my channel showcasing how you do that, but 6 limpets is more than enough to keep up with the 3 lasers that we have. You do have a little bit of time at the end where you can prospect for new rocks, but frankly, I think this just speeds things up a little bit so you don't have to move right away. Then, of course, I have a fuel scoop. With the way the supply and demand are, there is most times only 1-2 stations with really good sell prices in the game at any point in time. So having a fuel scoop, I think, is really important on a modern mining ship, because we might end up in a situation where we have to travel further, where we can't reach, and if we have to spend time going to a station, dock, refuel, it's time that we're wasting where we're not spending either mining or selling our materials. So just to speed your mining trips up, I put it in a fuel scoop down here in a class 4 slot, so we can go straight for that sell location. For the shield, I fitted a prismatic shield, and I've gone with a thermal resistant force block. You don't have to fit prismatics. If you just have normal A-rated shields, that's just fine. If you prefer biweave, that's just fine as well. Again, it's really up to what you like. Again, same with the shield boosters. Pretty much do with the shield whatever you like. It's really up to you how much shield you want, how you want to configure. If you want to go heavy for hit points, heavy for resistance, you want to focus on the regen, really up to you. Do whatever you feel is right for you. There is, as you can see here, there is plenty of power headroom. Even though I'm fitting prismatics and I have 3 0A shield boosters in, there is plenty of power headroom. So don't worry about it. You can even probably go to something like heavy duty on the shield boosters if you want to, and you should be fine. There should be plenty of power to play around with. Then I have, of course, a 3A prospect limit controller. Nice that we're able to get a class 3 in here, so we get 2. It speeds up the prospecting a lot, meaning that we're going to find a good rock faster, because we don't have to wait for the limpet to arrive before we shoot off the next one. We can shoot at 2 rocks at the same time, speeding things up a lot, I think. This one also engineered with lightweight, just as the collectors, same reason. Just save a bit of weight, get a bit of jump range out of this thing. So that's really nice. Again, if you're going to make some changes to the builds, always remember to fit A-rated prospectors, otherwise you are going to lose out on profit as you're getting fewer fragments out of the rock. In the class 2 slot, we have the refinery, of course, giving us 6 bins, just fine. I mean, in most cases when you're mining today, you're really only looking for a single specific material, so 1 bin should, in theory, be enough, but it does act as an additional cargo holder, I guess. And then, of course, in the class 1 slot, I have a detailed service scanner. I have engineered this with expanded probes. You don't have to do that. Again, we're only using this to scan rings, so there's no reason to, but I had the materials, I was at the engineer, so I put an engineer on it. But you can keep this unengineered, that's perfectly fine. It's not going to slow you down, it's not going to cause anything. I just decided to engineer it because why not? Now, comparing this to something like a cutter. Now, obviously it has way less cargo, less than half the cargo what you get in a cutter. Speed-wise, well, I think they're about equal. I can't remember the exact boost speed. I do have a build for a mining cutter if you're interested. I'll put that in the more info icon right up here. But in general, if you're mining in a cutter or bigger ship, you have to fill up the cargo completely for it to be really effective. And that often means you have to invest 2.5 hours. And that could be quite a bit of a commitment for some people. Where something like this, not only is it, for me, a lot more enjoyable to fly because it's so much more maneuverable and easy to handle, but the trips also get a lot shorter. A single loop, as I said, take about an hour and 10 minutes, and I think that's a much more reasonable commitment for most people. And again, you can still make almost as much money as you can in a cutter. I think the cutter is slightly faster, but this is way more enjoyable, which is why this is going to be my new go-to mining ship. I do have a build for a unengineered version. If you don't feel like engineering your ship completely, I'll put that in the more info icon as well. You can also find all my ship builds over on the Commander's Toolbox. Together with this one, all my other mining ships are listed over there. There's also combat ships, exploration ships, all kinds of different ship builds that I've done through the time are all located over there. I'll post a link for that in the video description, together with a link for this build. At the time of this recording, there's some problems with the Coriolis link shortener, so it might be a bit.ly link. That's going to be it for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.